Hey there, future Charleston residents. Whether you're considering a move to this historic southern city or you're just curious about what it's like to live there, today's video is all about the pros and cons of moving to Charleston, South Carolina. I'm here to give you the real deal, no sugarcoating, so you can make an informed decision. Let's dive in. Charleston is a city steeped in history with roots going back to the 1600s. Walking through downtown Charleston feels like stepping back in time with cobblestone streets, historic homes, and centuries-old churches around every corner. The city's well-preserved architecture and historic landmarks such as Fort Sumter make it a history lover's paradise. Plus, the strong cultural scene with numerous museums, art galleries, and annual events like Spoleto Festival USA add to the city's charm. For those who appreciate a rich cultural experience, Charleston is hard to beat. Walking through historic Charleston just feels different. One of the biggest draws to Charleston is its stunning coastal setting. The city is surrounded by water with easy access to beautiful beaches like Folly Beach, Isle of Palms, and Sullivan's Island. Living here means you're never far from a day at the beach, a boat ride, or some of the best seafood in the country. The mild climate allows for outdoor activities almost year-round, making it a paradise for nature lovers and those who enjoy a more relaxed, beachy lifestyle. Anywhere in historic Charleston, you're likely to smell a mix of salt air, marsh, and occasionally horses from those horse-drawn carriage tours which are so popular and well worth the time. Now, in case you're watching for the first time, I'm David Crum, and if you want to know everything there is about South Carolina, make sure you subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current market here. Now, getting back to Charleston, there is a problem that horses and buggies don't solve, and that's traffic. Charleston's popularity has led to increased traffic congestion, particularly during peak tourist seasons and rush hour. The city's infrastructure hasn't quite kept pace with its growth, resulting in frequent traffic jams and longer commute times. Public transportation options are limited, so most residents rely on cars to get around, which can be frustrating given the traffic issues. If you're used to efficient public transit or minimal traffic, this could be a significant downside. Parts of the city and surrounding areas are limited by one-way streets, narrow old streets, and bridges required to cross the water all around the city. The city is working on traffic issues, but to be frank, there's not a lot you can do when you are very limited by space. The historic city of Charleston is on a peninsula formed by two rivers, and this limits not only traffic options but housing expansion as well. While Charleston offers a lot in terms of lifestyle and amenities, it's important to note that the cost of living here is higher than the national average. Housing prices have been steadily climbing, and the median home price is significantly above the national average. In July, the average home price was $560,000. Property taxes and insurance can also be expensive, especially in coastal areas. Additionally, everyday expenses like groceries and dining out can add up quickly, making Charleston less affordable than other southern cities. Now, a big positive for Charleston is that Charleston is renowned for its southern hospitality. The locals are known for being friendly and polite and welcoming to newcomers. This creates a strong sense of community, which can be particularly comforting if you're from a busier, more impersonal city somewhere else. Being a beach city without a beach, things feel more relaxed to me in Charleston than in some other South Carolina cities like Columbia or Greenville. You're more likely to get away with shorts or a polo in settings that might otherwise ask for slacks and button-down shirts, for example. Now, part of that might be attributed to our next negative reality in Charleston. While Charleston's climate is generally mild, the summer months can be brutal. High temperatures combined with intense humidity make the summers long, hot, and sticky. For several months of the year, it's not uncommon for the heat index to soar above 100 degrees Fahrenheit or 38 if you're watching from overseas. This can be uncomfortable, especially for those not accustomed to such weather. Humidity can also be tough on homes and cars, leading to issues like mold and mildew if not properly managed. If you're not from an area with high humidity, expect it to take some getting used to while you learn to manage the heat. The next reality of living in Charleston is a positive. Charleston's economy has been growing steadily with a diverse job market that includes opportunities in tourism, healthcare, technology, and manufacturing. Companies like Boeing and Volvo have established significant operations here, contributing to job growth and economic stability. The Port of Charleston is one of the busiest in the United States, further bolstering the local economy. For those looking for employment in these sectors, Charleston offers a promising job market and growing choices and increasing diversity of jobs. I'm going to pivot back to another negative reality, and this one is also tied to the weather. Living in Charleston means being prepared for the possibility of hurricanes and flooding. The city is located in a region prone to tropical storms, and the low-lying coastal areas are particularly vulnerable to flooding. Hurricane season runs from June to November, and even if a major hurricane doesn't hit, heavy rains can cause significant flooding. This risk means higher insurance premiums and the potential for costly repairs or even evacuation. You may not notice this if you're taking a short trip to Charleston, but if you live there, you're going to be affected by water. When the full moon lines up with high tide, there is going to be water in the streets of historic Charleston. Heavy rains will do the same. Pay attention when you're driving or walking. I've seen people step into some deep puddles or learn the hard way that it can be the wrong choice to drive through too much water on the street. Now, I want to end on a positive, and one great thing about Charleston is similar to Greenville, South Carolina. Charleston's food scene is a major attraction. The city is a hotspot for foodies with a wide variety of restaurants serving everything from classic Southern comfort food to innovative farm-to-table cuisine. The seafood in particular is outstanding, with fresh catches brought in daily. Charleston's culinary scene is a big draw for both residents and tourists, with popular events like the Charleston Wine and Food Festival really showcasing the city's best offerings. There are so many great places to eat. I met someone in Greenville just this week, and we started talking about eating seafood around Charleston. I won't bore you with a long list, but the top for me is just to go to Shem Creek right across the Cooper River. You can sit on the water and watch the boats bringing in your dinner. My mouth is watering just thinking about it. So, is Charleston the right place for you? As we've discussed, there are many wonderful reasons to move here. Rich history, beautiful coastal living, friendly community, growing job market, and amazing food scene. It's also important to consider potential downsides like a high cost of living, traffic, hot summers, hurricanes, and some other challenges. Every city has its pros and cons, and Charleston is no different. If you've lived in Charleston and are thinking of some other big pros or cons, let us know in the comments, as that will help anyone checking out Charleston. As always, I'm David Crum, and if you're considering a move, I have a great teammate in Charleston who would love to help you whether you're moving in 9 or 90 days. Please reach out. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'll answer as many as I can. I will see you around the streets of Charleston, enjoying the salt air and trying to stay cool.